Hello students, today our topic of discussion is lambda syntax and its common functional interfaces. We just want to see that how lambda expressions are written here so that we can use it later on while programming many concepts in JDK 8. We all are aware of interfaces. We know that interfaces, they are class like constructs. We have different methods within this, but methods, they don't have implementations. That is the interface. Now look here, an interface has been written because we'll try to understand it with the help of one example, then we'll come back to the actual definitions of lambda. But first of all, try to understand it with the help of one example. One interface has been written over here. The name of the interface is my interface, and within the interface we have single method and the method is message. Since it's an interface, so no implementation of the method is given, only the prototype of the method is given. So this message method is not taking any parameter and it's not returning anything as well. Now this is an interface, but this is a special kind of interface because within this interface only single method is available. Although I can write interface where number of methods are there, but here in this particular interface only single method is written. So whenever we are talking about any interface where only single method is there, we say that it's a functional interface. So functional interface is an interface that contains only one abstract method. This is important because if I want to write lambda expression, I can write lambda expression corresponding to functional interface only. So functional interface is an interface which has only single method, and the method has to be abstract one because we are working with interfaces. Now look into this. If it's an interface, let's say right now I am not writing any lambda expression, and if I want to work with this interface, somehow I am going to work like this. Maybe I am going to write a class which implements my interface, and here I am going to provide the implementation of this message method, and here I am simply printing welcome on the screen. So this is how interfaces are used. And look here, if I want to make use of this interface, message implementation is given, and if I want to use this message method, then maybe I'm using it within the main method like this. So here in this we have one interface, my interface, one class demo which is implementing my interface, and it is giving the implementation detail of message. And within the main method I am creating the object of the class, and through the object I am calling the message method, and I can always see the output of this class, and it's very simple. It's simply printing one message, that is the welcome. Apart from this, if I want to have another implementation, I can have that implementation also. You can see that here another implementation of my interface is given. Another class test is there which implements my interface, but here this message is not printing welcome, this message is printing hello. So why actually we are making use of interfaces? Because interfaces, they don't provide any implementation. So the class which wants to make use of these interfaces, the class is going to provide the implementation. For example, demo class is providing implementation in its own way, and this test class is providing implementation in its own way. So this is the ordinary interfaces that we are habitual of working with. So before learning lambda syntax, it was important for us to understand or recall the concepts of interfaces. That is why we discussed it. But here I would like to tell you that we are working with a very special kind of interface, which is a functional interface. It's a functional interface. Why? Because it has only single method. Now moving ahead, let's say one implementation that you have seen, this demo class is written. Demo class implements my interface. So it clearly means that it is going to give the implementation detail of this message. But since my interface is having only single method, it's a functional interface. The way I have designed it, it's a functional interface. So it is having only a single method. So if my interface is having single method, whatever implementation I am going to give, that implementation will stand for that method only, because we don't have any other method. So what I want to say is this: since my interface is having single method, it's a functional interface, so whatever implementation I am going to give, that implementation will be for message only. So now what we are trying to do? We are trying to give only the implementation details. I don't want to write the things in the form of a method. I want to write the things in the form of an expression. And we always know that expression evaluation is fast. So here this class demo has been written in another way. Here I am not saying that this demo class is implementing my interface. You look here, demo class doesn't implement my interface. But still within the main method of demo class, I am creating one reference for my interface, and the name of the reference is T. And here this implementation system.out.println, it has been written in a different way. See, one round brackets are there, one arrow operator is there, and then I am writing system.out.println. So whatever is written in red, it is treated as the implementation detail of this method message. Why? Because my interface is having only single method. So whatever description I want to give for this, whatever description I want to give here, the description will stand for only that method, because it has single method, and later on I can execute this method in this way. So what we want to see, you can easily see that how we have reduced the lines of code over here. We have written the entire method in the form of an expression, and now we just want to see actually the purpose of this lecture is how to convert this thing into this lambda expression. Something which is written in red, this is called lambda expression. So we just want to see that how to write lambda expression. Maybe by now we have understood that what is lambda expression. Lambda expression is simply implementation of one functional interface, where I am not describing method, where I am writing anonymous methods. Fine. Now we just want to learn that how to write this lambda expression, or how to convert this kind of code into this single line expression. Now maybe you have understood now that what is a lambda expression. So lambda expression is an anonymous method which is used to implement a method defined by functional interface. So this is what we have done, and this is the formal description or definition of lambda expression. Lambda expressions are implementations of only abstract method of functional interface that is being implemented. Now we just want to learn that how to write lambda expression. So whenever I want to write lambda expression, I am going to write the expression with arrow operator. Lambda expression, or we say that it's a lambda operator. So we write lambda operator, and we divide our expression into two parts. One is the left hand side of the arrow operator, another is the right hand side of the arrow operator. On the left hand side, we simply write the parameters required by the methods, and on right hand side we simply specify the code for that method. Your code may be a single line, or it may be a block of code as well. Let's try to understand with the help of one example. One method has been written and the name of the method is sum. Look into this. Maybe you are quite familiar with this kind of code. We have one method sum, which is taking two parameters int a, int b, and it is returning one parameter a, int. And within the code I have written just a single line which is returning the addition of a and b. This is a quite simple method. You can easily understand the purpose of this method. Now let's say if I want to convert this description in the form of a lambda expression, then I can write it like this. First of all, put this arrow, right? This arrow is going to divide your entire expression into two parts. Here you look into this, that this sum method is taking two integer parameters a and b. So on the left hand side of this arrow I am going to write int a comma int b, the parameters which a method is taking. And here on right hand side within the curly brackets I am writing the code for this sum method. Nowhere I am writing that the name of the method is sum. We are declaring methods anonymously. We are defining the method anonymously. We are not writing the name of the method. Now we are going to reduce this as well. We have written one lambda expression, but whenever I am writing lambda expression, it's not necessary for me to give the details of the data type of the parameters. So I can always write a comma b instead of int a comma int b, further reducing the simplicity. And moreover, if I am writing just a single line code on the right hand side, then it's not necessary for me to include the curly brackets also. Look into this third implementation. In this third implementation I have not included the curly brackets. Why? Because I am writing only single line. If there were multiple lines were there, block of code was there, then it was mandatory for me to include the curly brackets. Or another simplicity, that it's not mandatory for you to include the round brackets as well. You can always write a comma b. It gives me return a plus b. You are writing a single line, and if that single line is a return statement, then you are not required to write even return also. So I can always reduce this implementation of sum in a very small code like this. A comma b gives me a plus b. So this is the lambda expression for this methods. So I can easily see that how easy it is for me to write methods in the form of lambda expression. But I cannot convert every method into lambda expression. If I want to convert any method into lambda expression, that method should belong to functional interface. Okay. So maybe you have understood that how to write the lambda expressions. Let's do few more examples. Another implementation of is even method is given. Is even method is taking one integer parameter and is returning one boolean parameter, and it's returning me true or false depending upon this condition, whether n gets divided by 2 or not. So if I want to convert it into lambda expression, what I'll have to do, first of all I'm going to put this lambda operator. See here it is taking single parameter, so I'm writing this single parameter n. And look into the implementation details. It's a single line, so I am not putting any kind of curly brackets, and moreover it's a return statement, so I am not writing return statement also. So what I am writing, divide n by 2 and check the remainder if it is equal to 0. So your answer will be either true or false. So that will be returned. Similarly, this example, which was the very first example in the beginning of this presentation, it was interface, my interface, a method is there. So its lambda expression would be, look into this message method, it is not taking any parameter, that's why I am leaving these round brackets empty. Since it's not taking any parameter, so I'll have to put the round bracket, otherwise it will not be a valid lambda expressions. So I'm putting blank round bracket just to tell that my method, anonymous method description, it doesn't take any parameter. So I'm not taking any parameter, but what I'm writing in the code, I'm writing system.out.println welcome. So this is the implementation on conversion of this method into lambda expression. So I hope now how to write lambda expression, that is clear to you. Now look into this, what kind of method this message is. Message is a method which neither takes any parameter, not return anything, isn't it? So similarly, what could be other types of method? Methods which take parameters and return something. Method does not take any parameter but return a value. Methods that do not take parameters but does not return anything. So these could be the possible combinations. This is how methods can be declared. Right? So what Java says, that this is the only possible combination for method writing. So what Java says, that whenever you need any kind of functional interface, obviously functional interface is going to have single method, and what will be the category of the method? Category of the method will be within these categories only. So what Java says, that why do you write your own interfaces? I have already made certain interfaces for you, use that interface. Fine. So Java has defined certain interfaces for you. So we have method that takes parameters and return value. We have method that do not take any parameters but return value. So we have these combinations. So what we say, if method is taking a parameter and returning also, we say that it's a function. If method doesn't take any parameter but it return a value, then I say that it's a supplier. If a method takes a parameter but does not return anything, then I say that it's a consumer. So these are function, supplier, consumer. These are certain built-in interfaces, functional interfaces in Java. It's important for us to understand the purpose of these interfaces, because whenever we are going to do streams and some other concepts also within the syntax, these terminology would have been used, function, supplier, consumer, then you should know that what is the meaning of these. Wherever function is written, it simply means that here I am supposed to give one lambda expression which is taking a parameter and which is returning a value. Right? If anywhere consumer is written, it simply means that I need to pass one lambda expression which is taking a parameter but not returning anything. Some built-in functional interfaces are unary operator, binary operator, consumer, supplier, function and predicate. Consumer, supplier and function, the purpose of these interfaces clear to me. Now everything will be done in the form of generics. Maybe you are done with generics, you must have done generics in CSE 310, right? So even if you have not done generics, then you can easily find generics in my channel. You can listen to that also to know the concept of generics. But we are writing here, the Java has written generic function interfaces. Purpose of consumer, supplier and function is clear to you. Function means it's taking one parameter of type T and it is returning one parameter of type R. And what is the name of the abstract method written within this? That is the apply. And what you are supposed to use, if you are supposed to use function, then it means you are going to write lambda expression for that, and in fact you are giving the implementation of apply method. Similarly, we have another functional interface, that's the predicate, and predicate means that something which returns a boolean value, right? Because majority of time, let's say I want to check is even, one example that we have done. So is even means that it's taking a parameter and it's telling you whether it's true or false. So these kind of methods, we say that it's a predicate. So whenever I need it, I need not to write functional interface separately. Java has already written functional interface for me, and the name of the functional interface is predicate. Function, I suppose, are clear to you. If we have function, function means t is the input parameter and r is the type of the return parameter. It may be possible the type of the input parameter and type of the return parameter is same, and if this is the case, then the interface for this is unary operator. Binary operator, again the same thing, input type is same and output type is same, but the thing is, as input we are taking two objects. So these are the built-in functional interfaces, and here we are discussing them because when we are going to make use of streams and some other important concepts, these terminologies will be there, and there we should know that what is the meaning of this. Wherever function will be written, it means I need to write lambda expression, where on left hand side I am writing the input parameters, and on the right side of the lambda operator I am writing the functionality of my apply method. Fine. So that was all about the lambda expressions and built-in functional interfaces. So maybe next time we are going to start with the streams or some more methods about the iterations and the collections. Till then, goodbye and thank you.